All right, with this video, we're going to hit Stevie Ray Vaughan on MTV Unplugged back in 1990. We're going to do the last song of the set, and I've shrunken down the box for the video, again, in an attempt to hopefully avoid copyright strikes here. And I'm going to have to stop in the middle of it. Don't hate me for that, because, again, got to try to avoid the copyright issues here, because it is a TV show. And so not only can you get a copyright strike from, the Stevie Ray Vaughan people, but from the MTV people, the Unplugged people, whatever. And it's just, that's why almost none of my videos are live performances, but they never release this one on a clear audio recording, unfortunately. So let's check out the last instrumental. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. The bending of notes on a 12 string. So your high E string on a 12 string set is usually a 10 gauge string. Means 10 1,000ths of an inch. There are two of them side by side. So you're actually playing essentially a combined thickness of 21 thousandths of an inch. Your standard light gauge electric guitar string, your high E string, is also a 10 gauge string, but there's one of them. Stevie played, some reports would say 13s as the high E string, which is essentially the thickness of your B string on most standard electric guitar gauge sets. So his being able to bend a note seems like, oh, well, he's used to a heavier gauge string when bending a note, because that's what he played on his electric guitars. And he tuned his electric guitars down a half step to E flat. And I guarantee you his 12 string is probably tuned down a half step to E flat, if maybe not even all the way to D, but I got a feeling it's probably an E flat. And so you naturally like, well, if he bends a extra heavy string on his electric guitar, then bending the lighter gauge string on an acoustic on a 12 string should be easy for him. Except, again, it's double the string thickness that you're holding. You're not just holding one 10 gauge string, you're holding two 10 gauge strings. So when you bend your B string, which he does quite often in this, your B and your G strings, he's actually bending much heavier gauges than he would be on his 6-string guitar. So that's why, again, most guitar players who watch this will just be absolutely mystified by the fact that he can play this way, this aggressively on a 12-string guitar. If that guitar player has ever really sat down and tried playing a 12-string acoustic guitar, it hurts. It's hard. Trust me, I've tried it. It's painful. And I've played extra heavy gauge string. There was a period of time in my younger days when I actually had an electric guitar with 13s on it. And my hands got very strong for that. But man, did they hurt after a while. And I did that for about 2 years. And then I settled on 11s. And then in my my more recent years actually settled back down to 10s. Again, I'm just talking too much right now, I know. But from a little bit of personal experience, that what he's doing is, you know, it's very strong. Let's just put it to you that way. Let's finish this up. Now, I'm sure there are some guitar players out there, some musicians out there who'll be like, well, he's sliding a lot of notes. He's not bending as much as he would on electric guitar. Go rewatch him play the same 3 songs on his electric guitar. And what you'll notice is that he slides a lot of notes. He's not a pure bender. I mean, he is, but he doesn't bend every time. There's a lot of sliding of notes up and down into the adjacent minor note next to it. There's a lot of that in his electric guitar playing. So I honestly don't think he really adapted too much anyway, his electric guitar styling to what he does on the acoustic guitar. It's my perspective. Agree or disagree, it's up to you. Anyway, that's it for this video. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and we can talk about it further. Have a good one. Take care.